This camera. I feel like that one.
What's up, guys? So today we have Celi on the video. Today he's going to be the first person to review MyVertProgram. Now, he hasn't seen this program before, so it's going to be his first genuine response to it. This is a program I've been working on with my friend. We've just been going back and forth, and I've been building it for the past few days, and I want to put this out for you guys. So Celi's going to be the first one to give this a review.
I'm honored.
Yeah. All right, ready?
Yes.
All right.
Let's do it. Do I read it out loud? How does it go?
No. So I don't want to show you guys every part of this yet, because I want you guys to sign up if you guys are interested, based on his reaction, or just if you are looking for a jump program. There's going to be a link I'm going to put in the description of this video if you guys want to sign up and get the first phase for free. So,
whoa. All right.
Steven's going to get into it.
So let the reading begin.
You can give them little hints to what.
Okay. Well, first thing I gotta say is, it's not a magic program. Doing this program will take consistency and hard work. So already off to a great start. Which is like obviously my main thing with every program, which is why I like that you started with that, is people think a program's just they follow the rules and they follow the numbers and they do it, but they don't understand that it's hard work, and that's why people keep switching programs or looking for a program. They're just trying to find a program that's going to give them the results, but you have to make the results.
Right. I'm not going to say anything because this is Steven Celi's review. So whatever thoughts you have on it. So what he's reading now is a couple paragraphs that I put at the beginning of this program, just to kind of lay out an idea of the program that you're getting, and then right now he's getting into,
here we go. Phase one.
Getting into phase one.
By the way, I've tried to start a program myself, to make one, and it's a lot of work. So this is when I read this, I'm like, yes, this is exactly how I would start as well. But it's a lot to do this, the thought to put in this. So I'm glad you're doing it, because I can't. As I do, we were just talking about on the podcast this morning, was that I do so many things. So this has been on the back burner, priority number 22nd. No, but it's this is a lot already. So, and it's just a priming week, so it's really good so far. What I like about this is that how do I do it? Where should I feel it? So I don't want to give too much away what the exercises are, but it's a really good description of what you should feel, what you should do. And so he's giving the actual exercise you're doing for day to day, but also a good little description of each thing. And people do that, and maybe they say, go check this video, but it's a checklist, so it's really helpful. I don't know how much I'm supposed to say or not, but it's helpful. That, yeah. It's really good.
You can give them the picture, I just won't show them everything that's in it.
So yeah, it's a lot of exercises. It's a good checklist. If you're going through it, you'd be able to, I don't want to say check off, but yeah, check off what you're doing to make sure you're feeling it in the right places, doing the right things, and for each exercise, not just the whole one day.
So I made that to be a literal checklist, or just a mental checklist. Cool. Okay, did I do that? Did I do that? If people are unsure about how to do the exercise, they can actually have something to.
And I like I was saying earlier, is that's one of the hardest parts of these programs, is that they simply the worst part of a program is you're do this exercise and you don't even know if you're doing it right. Some programs may show you the exercise and then you try, but this I'm not saying this is the only one, but this is one that I've seen that tells you where you should feel it and gives you a checklist of how to feel, or gives you a little list of, how do I put this, of
the
for
order
yourself, the order you should feel it, but also when you're doing it, I should feel it here. Okay, yes, I'm feeling it here. Yes, I'm doing this. Yes, I'm doing that. I don't know. It's hard to explain, because if someone shows you the exercise, they say you should feel it here, but it might be hard to remember. But if you have the list in front of you, you'd be I'm doing it. Okay, that's kind of what I was trying to say.
Yep.
Ooh, I like this. Some feedback. I like that. So he says, give yourself some honest feedback.
So this I'm going to show you guys on the other camera. So at the end of each day, I have you guys give yourself honest feedback on the workout that you did that day, and this is going to be what you guys send me, part of what you guys fill out and send me back after you do the program.
That's another thing that I think is really important with the program. Some people do the program even if they're doing the exercises right. I always say one of the biggest parts of training is learning about your body and listening to your body, because it's so hard to know how hard you push yourself, because if you try to push harder and harder, it's okay, did I really push my hardest today, or was I taking it easy?
There are other factors too.
Yes.
It makes you think about the factors of that day.
And then also tracking, just tracking in general. From the other book I read, was that if you're not tracking it, you're not going to make progress. So the fact that you're tracking how you're feeling, How explosive did you feel? How focused were you? Were you under control? All those things you're tracking, you can get better at being under control. You can get more focused, and you can get more explosive. But if you're not tracking how explosive you feel,
Right.
it's just like you think you're going 100%, but let's see how hard, like what that actually feels like. That's awesome, dude. Let's see this rest. We're on the rest day. You're not resting.
So this is actually a rest in between, and then you have day 3. So
okay.
rest, it's like rest whatever day that is, and then you go into day 3.
I was going to say it's not like a rest
No,
day.
that's not a rest
That's what I was
day.
saying.
No, this is like day 3.
Okay. So, nice.
Yeah, so when it says rest, that just literally means like take a rest, and then do day 3 after the rest day.
Nice. Reverse planks, boy. That's another thing is I always try to make my workouts whenever I thought of like making programs as like Monday through Sunday, but I'm like I don't know what people's schedules are
Exactly.
so it's tough for me. That's why there's so many things holding me back to making it, because it's like, do I want to make 2-day rest? Well, you have to learn about yourself. So do you need 2 days of rest? You really have to, and my answer is you need to learn yourself. If it's your first day training ever, you're going to need 2 days of rest. But if it's like you've been training for a while and then you start my program, maybe you only need 1 day of rest.
Right, especially if that day 1 is a pretty heavy
So
day.
going back to that, on your rest day, do you give, I might be jumping ahead, but do you give like specifics on how to go about a rest day?
Yeah,
or how
so
long?
frequently
Okay,
asked
cool.
questions.
That's also in frequently asked questions.
Okay, gosh. Is that what those mean? Stars mean?
No, so the star is body weight, and then that one's you'll see.
Okay. Day 5. Low rim.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Got a
I'm
low
supposed to say
rim
that,
day.
but that's
Yep.
awesome. I love that. Damn, I don't know if anybody's put that in, but that's awesome.
Low rim dunk practice. Yeah.
That's part of your training.
Yep.
That's-
That's day 5
Of your training.
That's
It's
really
low rim
awesome.
dunk practice.
People who see this will love that. Or, like people that are already like dunking, that are like would see this video of me saying that. The fact that you have low rim in your training program is unique and awesome. Okay, so now we're at the frequently asked questions. What should I do for a warm up? How long should I rest between sets? How do I know when to increase weight? What should I do on rest days? That's awesome. That's great. This is awesome. I like those frequently asked questions. That's tough because I feel like there's frequently asked questions, but then there's going to be individualistic type questions.
Right, and that's where I have this. So
Yes.
if you guys do have individual type questions, you could email MyVertProgram@gmail.com or just message me at Michael Barrins on Instagram.
Dude, we're doing so good at selling this.
So I also have pictures for you guys to check your form. If you guys are unsure about how to do any of the exercises, at the very end of the program, there's pictures for the exercises.
Oh, I like the ball rotation a lot. Dang.
Yeah.
I like how people might not know how to do this.
Oh, yeah.
Just sprint. Okay, runs. 1 foot. Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right, now he's at the end.
You started priming yourself. That's it. All right.
Last thing.
Feedback. How challenging? Do you see improvement? Would you recommend?
So I also structured this program so that basically if you're at, no matter what level of training you're at, you can do this program. It'll just depend, you know, if you're just a beginner, the amount of weight you use might be less. But for instance, go to day 3.
So day 3 is actually just is a no weight day. So it's gonna be just total body. So you have, can you go back once? So 1, 2, next 3, 4, 5. So you have 6 exercises that don't involve any weight. So it's just your body weight, and you can get it done.
For sure.
But I've also included a couple barbell exercises, a couple dumbbell ones, and then also more intense plyometrics that maybe if you're not the most advanced, they'll be some of the most challenging exercises for you. But still thought that it would be good to include those so you can start practicing and working with those movements.
How challenging? I feel primed. I definitely would feel primed. Definitely not too advanced for me. I've been jumping a long time. I was thinking more how challenging was the phase for like, I didn't even read the answers. I was thinking more challenging, like how hard do I think it would be? Like how taxed would I be?
Right.
I think it would be like a perfect balance because there were some days that were a little harder. Some days that were like just body weight that I could take it easy on, and then other days are just like little lighter things.
Right. That's why I would really want you to try the program.
Yeah.
Because I think you'll get like you just said, you'll get a different feel from day 1 than you will from day 3. Like day
Right.
3 will feel more of like a recovery, but day one is really gonna I think I structured day one for it to like expose a lot of your weaknesses in your like legs specifically and your core.
Interesting. So the way it like tapered off, I definitely feel like I'd be really primed for like the next week.
Or for the low and for the low range.
For the low, that's what I was gonna say. Is like if I that was literally my X factor.
So the second question is, did you see improvement? And one of the options, I'll read the answers. It's not at all, somewhat, and then the third option is I was dunking my best on day 5.
So my X factor I was gonna say was low rim is the week, like by the end of the week, how tired would I be from the full week of workouts? What my X factor was, how hard did I go low rimming? So if I got caught up and I went hard low rimming and jumped like my max, I feel like the week would be a really good workout week, meaning not good, but really tough, meaning I really worked myself. But if I took it easy low rimming, and like just worked on technique, maybe barely jumped instead of going all out low rimming, I feel like I'd be like extremely primed. So I could do it either way.
Yeah.
Not that the low rim makes the whole week, but it's like if I end my week tapering off, just like because the workouts seemed like they kind of tapered off and then went easy on low rim, and I could like have a lot of energy even the next day or the next 2 days. But if I went really hard on low rimming, or instead of low rimming went to go dunk that day, I feel like I'd have a really good session that day. I'd be like, now I need more rest, but it was just like a good day leading up to that low rim day.
Right. So if you go back to see where the rest days are, that's why I put the rest days. I spread the rest days out on purpose, like the way that they're spread. So if you see, so the first rest day comes after day 2 and before day 3, and then the second rest day is going to come before or after, is actually after the dunk session. So that way you have rest going into the start of the next week again.
That's basically exactly how I would structure mine when I've helped a lot of people like with individual programs, but I haven't made a general one, because whenever I try to make a general one, I think of too many things. So this is similar to what I was trying to think of as well, but what I would do would be have them start the week with some workouts, rest, and then get back to jumping slowly, and then rest before the next week. So it's a very similar principle. It's like the same principle. I really like that principle of like workout, rest, jump, rest.
Right, because I want you to feel primed when you dunk and jump and go and restart the week with a hard workout.
Sounds great to me, man. Would I recommend the Vert program? This camera. Yes! No, I really would. It seems awesome, and I really like Mike's take on things. We've talked a lot this week. He knows a lot about jumping from trial and error, just himself. He's got himself up to jumping really high, and he's really come full circle when it comes to the physical therapy side of taking care of your body and also the training side. So I really like both, and I definitely see that if you do this, you will definitely see benefits. And he's more organized than me, so I'm more of like individual. You tell me what your problems, I can solve that, but I can't. It's hard for me to get a general picture, but this is something that I could see working.
So would you try this yourself if I send it to you?
Yes. When it's
by the way, this free part of the program is just going to be the first week, like a first week of testing, pretty much. So all the exercises are just are a good representation of the rest of the program, but this is going to test you.
Maybe I'll even do it this week, because I want to dunk Saturday with CJ.
Okay.
And I was going to, since I'm so wrecked this weekend, I was going to wait till Saturday to dunk just so I make sure I'm fresh. But maybe this will prime me for my Saturday session.
We're priming.
For sure, dude.
All right.
That sounds good.
All right. Thank you, Steven, for the review. Like I said, if you guys want to fill out the contact form, I'm going to put the link in the description, and then I will send you this phase 1 of the program.
Dunk Life approved.
Put the stamp on it. All right. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next video.
Thanks.
Stay tuned for dunks.
Woo!